Hello everybody, I truly hope that you are doing very well and welcome to today's cryptocurrency technical analysis, where together we're going to be jumping into the Bitcoin chart in a video which I'm going to keep short, sweet, professional and to the point for you, just giving you all of the information that you need to know right now if you want to successfully trade Bitcoin alongside us today. So let's get straight into the video, picking up right where we left off yesterday, and that was where we were discussing this level of resistance around the NSPOC, right? And actually, after that video, the more that I looked into the chart, the more I realized, wow, we have such great levels of confluence here. We're talking about 4, 5, coming on nearly 6 levels of confluence. It was crazy what we had here. Okay, so when I looked at this in detail, we actually had the NPOC into the CC, which I'll show you in a minute. We had the previous range value area low. On top of that, when you pull the whole of this range up to current price action, we start to see the point of control coming up in here as well. So we have on the high/medium term time frame several reasons to reject here, high levels of confluence. And then on the lower term time frame, as I said in yesterday's video, I am looking for a new high to be made. Actually, after that video was published, you have to be a scalp trader on the lower term time frames, but we did make a new high. And it actually ended with trap longs, and this was something that I was looking for, trap longs into the high. Then I'll compound my short trade. I was ready and waiting for this option, and we did get that. You have to be a very good trader, I'm not going to lie, but nevertheless we formed a swing failure pattern, and upon that swing failure pattern we did have trap longs into the high. So as you can see here, the open interest increasing on this wick, which this picture was posted live in the time, by the way. Onto that wick, we saw trap longs and then selling balances out of that high. So e.g., this has given you a very valid short entry if you're a scalp trader. Okay, definitely only for scalp traders, but nevertheless, if you're a decent trader, you could have taken that trade alongside me. And I actually know a lot of people did. As I come over to the Discord, I see even the moderators taking that short trade. But you can see here, all of the champions, 19,600 entry, 19,500 entry, 19,500 entry, 19,500 entry, all of us getting around those really similar entries, even people over on Twitter, and now for the ride back down from 19,500, and the icing on the cake was maybe Michael Saylor buying more Bitcoin. Normally gives a nice little sell sign, right? all fun and games. But yeah, e.g., for being real serious and technical here, this was an extremely high level of confluence. Really, just so much resistance there. The more I looked at it, the more I thought, wow, yeah, this truly is a large region of resistance. And today I want to give you the levels that I'm looking at next, really over the next few days this week. Let's say that the rest of this week remains 19,600, 19,700, massive resistance here, to be fair. Of course, the more times we test this, the weaker it gets, but this is a big region of resistance. If we clear that, I'm looking for the 20,000 psychological. And if we clear that, I'm looking for the daily here, 20,220, okay? So we have 3 regions of resistance. This first major one, 20,000 minor, daily, we have to see a swing failure pattern, okay? So those are the resistances that I'm looking at here locally. And then for the downside, I would give you the exact reason where we've bounced from. Again, this is really, really, really amazing. So why did we reject it from? Fibonacci from the high down to the low. We come right into the CC and we reject. And now, when we pull the exact same Fibonacci from low to high, you will see here on the lower term time frame, we get the exact touch of that Fibonacci for a bounce, taking out the last high, getting a bit of a pullback. But I think it's absolutely fair to say that this Fibonacci, the CC, is just absolutely wonderful. It's given us the high here, and now it's given us a temporary low. What would I say about this low? It's definitely not as strong as the resistance we saw yesterday. That is why I made it very clear I'm not going out on my short trades yet. This is not a sign of strength. Until we reclaim that, I'm staying in my shorts. And today we see another, what was I on yesterday? About $80,000 profit, I think. Now we're on $117,000 profit. So that's around another $40,000 profit in overnight, really, for myself. And this is the beauty of just, staying calm, remaining patient, looking at my trades, taking my trades, not being scared, just having the confidence to do what the chart is telling me. And that's now about 6 Bitcoin, just over 6 Bitcoin, $117,000 in just a few days of trading. And this really just show you the power of doing technical analysis, understanding the levels, knowing when to not long. I made it very clear yesterday, this is definitely not a long opportunity. This is resistance. Get ready for the short, where you even had a lower term time frame short entry, which for me was taken on the tether pair. I'm also trading the tether pair, but nevertheless, like, still the swing failure pattern there on the USD pair. It's just I'm already in a position on the USD pair, but for me, for the scalps, it's on tether. But nevertheless, where I'm going here is, there's entries to be had, there's money to be made. I mean, the evidence is in front of you here, as well as all of the other champions that you can see educating themselves, taking the trade, making money, and it's all going very nicely indeed right now. So yeah, what am I looking for next? Well, I've talked you through these levels of resistance here. Okay, and actually, before I move on to the levels of support, I'll just do one quick announcement for you, and that is, once again, reminder that Igor is doing his live trading stream. So if you want to see the live trading live in the time as it's happening, you can come over and check the live stream, which is ready right now. As you can see, watch right now. I'll give you the quick sneak preview here.
Maybe.
Okay, you can see here he is analyzing the chart together. He's going to be taking some lovely trades and, giving you analysis live in the time as it is happening. As you can see here, people, asking questions, getting answers, educating, learning, and, getting in on the action as it's happening. So obviously last week he netted himself over $500 profit during that live trading session. We'll see what he nets this week. But yeah, that was just the one quick announcement that I wanted to remind you of. Of course, if you missed this live stream, all of the data, all of the action can be watched back on the website, which is in our video library, which is basically the same as Netflix. You can come in here, watch all of the course, watch all the videos, get all the information in your own time when you are available. So yeah, moving back over to the current price action and what I'm looking for next then. Well, I've given you the reason why we're bouncing from where we are, and that is the CC, right? From low to high, coming into the CC, kind of a swing failure pattern here. This for me is not a major level of support, not like this was here of resistance, because we're talking about like 5 different reasons. Here we have 2, so it's not as strong. Nevertheless, if we get the bounce here, I know the next region of my resistance. And if we do continue the downwards trend here, looking back to this FA, which is 18,461. And if we lose that, I'm really going to be looking towards the new lows made, to be fair, around low $17,000. For me, I'm able to remain patient here, under no stress. Really happy with the trading environment right now. Of course, I know one final tip that I'll give you. You have to be looking at the ES simultaneously. So we have Bitcoin here on the left. And then the way I do my charts is I might be looking at Ethereum at the same time, which was still bouncing off that POC. Remember, I gave you the point of control. I will just remind you, I obviously posted this in my trading channel as well. We were bouncing off the point of control. So this was actually the point of control I was talking about during the Champions live stream on Sunday before we hit it. We then come down and hit it Sunday night, Monday morning. We bounced off that, and that bounce is still continuing here on BTC locally. But the main one that we're looking at is the stock market. Easy why Igor is doing his work on the stock market, because it's just extremely correlated. You see this move down on the stock market, move down on Bitcoin, move up on the stock market, move up on Bitcoin. The assets are just totally correlated. So you have to be aware, if you want to successfully trade Bitcoin right now, what's happening on the stock market, even what's happening on the DXY, on the Forex. Really valuable information here that is just going to be, it's just going to save you a lot of money, save you a lot of trades. You can see how the ES ended with the swing failure pattern before the large move down. Bitcoin did not get that swing failure pattern. It did not have the strength. But if you were aware of the weakness here on the ES after the swing failure pattern sell-off, you'd have been ready and waiting and acknowledging, well, there's a high likelihood that Bitcoin follows down too, and it did. Anyway, nevertheless, that's what I wanted to bring you today. It was a relatively quick update. Kept it professional, kept it to the point. I've given you the levels. I've told you how I'm trading. That's remaining in this short for now. I'll remain looking for a sign of strength, which as of yet has not occurred. I'm aware of why we're bouncing from where we're bouncing from, so I'm not surprised by this. But I don't overall think it's a massive level of support. Our final words that I'll end with is, I suppose, don't look at the title of the video. I had someone comment yesterday saying, Daniel, do you really think the bottom's in? If you actually listen to what I'm saying, I obviously did not think that. The title of the video is a little bit of grabbing attention. I'll just make that very clear once again. Yeah, thank you ever so much. The one and only trade that I showed you yesterday, I'm still in. And yeah, I'm just going to say thank you ever so much. Hope you've enjoyed. And don't sleep on that Igor live stream. If you want to get over on that, that's chartchampions.com. Thank you ever so much. Get the live trading, get the analysis, get the updates, and educate yourself along with us. So thank you ever so much. Cheers, everybody, and have a brilliant day. Goodbye. Oh, I'll end with no financial advice, of course. Demo account, paper trades, all that good stuff. No financial advice. Important legal trade disclaimer. Cheers, thank you, and have a good day. Goodbye.